So 2009, in the spring of 2009, I was out running, as I always was. And I noticed progressively in the first months of that year that my legs felt really heavy, just like no resilience or spring in them, just like lead. It was completely different than anything I'd ever experienced. And I'd had injuries before, but this wasn't that. It was like chronic and had no explanation for what it was. And so back then WebMD was the big thing, and you're always jumping on WebMD to self-diagnose. These days you do it on ChatGPT, I guess, but back then it was WebMD. And so I got on WebMD like all good type A's to self-diagnose. And my self-diagnosis was lumbar stenosis. And then I started saying, okay, who treats lumbar stenosis? Googling that. And it's a specialty called a physiatrist, which is kind of I think it's the intersection of orthopedics and neurology, if I got that right. I don't remember exactly. So anyway, I worked through my primary doctor to get an appointment with a physiatrist and I walked into her office and I almost immediately said, I'm pretty sure I have lumbar stenosis. I just need you to tell me what to do to fix it. And she laughed. She said, well, thanks for the help, but why don't we look at it a little more deeply, Mr. WebMD, Dr. WebMD. And she ordered some MRIs, and the MRIs showed that I had lesions on my spine and in my brain. And that's an indicator of MS. Multiple sclerosis. It's the first time I mentioned that was multiple sclerosis.